back to my series where I teach you how to do your makeup using only the products in your makeup bag. As I mentioned in my previous video, we're tired of overconsumption, so this video is purely going to be about technique, not the product. So this is part 4 and this is cream, bronzer / contour. If you haven't been and seen the other videos, go back and give them a watch. That's skin prep, eyebrows and skin tint / foundation. When it comes to cream, bronzer / contour, placement is very important. So you always want to start at the top of your ear, following your natural cheekbone. You always want to be applying a little bit of product at a time and moving upwards. That will give a more lifted appearance. If you're dragging the product down, that's just going to drag your face down. That's not what we want. Not to use a stippling brush, but you can use a beauty blender or your fingers, whatever you've got that works for you. So starting at the top of your ear, and I'm going to make a line kind of going down, but then I'm moving it up. So we're going to go in up with the product. Can you see I'm moving the stippling motion up? And that's what you want to be doing. You want to be doing short stippling motions. So imagine there's an invisible line kind of there. Never taking it too close to your mouth because that's going to drag, again, the face down. So start on the top of your ear on that invisible line and moving upwards. I like to take mine right to the corner of my eye, and then that's going to keep everything looking nice and seamless. Can you see it's giving me kind of like an invisible sculpt? If you like that even more sculpt, that's where you'd go in with that contour first, that more cool tone for that shadow, making it look like you've got better cheekbones basically. I'm swiping the product because that's going to move the product underneath the foundation that you've put there first. So short stippling motions until it's got a nice seamless blend. Next place you want to put them is on your temples, along the forehead, right to the hairline. You actually want to push this product, be careful if you're blonde, by the way, I might add, but you kind of want to push this into the hairline so you've got no line going around your head. Again, and connecting that with the bronzer that you brought up from your cheekbones. The majority of product is going to be on the outer side of your head, and then short stippling motions to blend that inwards. Give you an appearance of a smaller forehead, which I definitely need. I just take the thinner side, but again, use whatever you have. And I take the thinner side and I just run that down the sides of my nose, like so. Then taking a little bit on the end just to connect that together. What you want to do, which a lot of people forget, is you want to take this right up into your eyebrow crease, just so everything is all connected, right up to the, almost into the start of your brow. And that's going to connect everything together. Looks a bit odd to start with, but stick with me. If you want a more appearance of a more thin nose, place it kind of on the top but slightly to the side. You can always clean that up with concealer. Add it on the side of your nose, that's going to give the appearance of a more wider nose. More on the top will make it slimmer. You look a bit crazy now till you go with concealer, but stick with me. And this one is a non-negotiable for me, because especially since I've put some weight on, but I never forget my jaw. And I start right under my ear here. This one is the only one you're not going to be dragging up. You don't want to pull it up your face because it's just going to make your face look even more plump. The trick for doing it on the jaw is to apply it actually on the jawbone, but slightly under. Not too much, but slightly under. You don't actually want to put it higher than the actual bone itself. And then just stippling that into the skin along the jawline, gently blending that down the neck. And it just kind of gives you a little bit of a shadow underneath. Just gives us a jaw. Like I said at the start of the video, placement of cream, contour and bronzer is very important. Actually, probably more important than the product itself. For a beginner, cream bronzer is much more forgiving and easier to work with than contour. Contour is going to be where you're sculpting the face, adding shape, adding dimension. Bronzer is where you're going to be adding a little bit of shape and a little bit of sculpt, but also just purely warming up the face. So there you have it. There's your cream, contour or bronzer placement. You look a bit crazy till you go in with some concealer and blusher, which will of course be in the next couple of videos, so stay tuned. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you in part 5 for concealer. See you there.